Hello there, Team Galaxy. This is Coach Chris coming at you with another video on Formation 3-3-2. Today we're going to be covering attacking. Let's get into it. The first thing we need to remember is that whenever we use two strikers, they have to be unique. Each striker needs to stay far away from each other, and they need to have their own style. Two identical strikers makes it harder to be unpredictable. The midfielders need to be good enough with the ball where they can get the ball up the field and pass the ball behind the back line so that the strikers can attack the goal. When the midfielders and strikers work well, they form what's called an attacking partnership. Once you know what your partner likes, you'll know where to be, where they'll be, and where to put the ball. As with the last video, we're moving right to left. So let's go ahead and throw our formation out there. You'll see that our defense and our mids form a straight line and that our strikers are offset. It's important for the strikers to be offset because it's harder for the opposing defense to predict which direction they're going to go. Remember, we don't want to go in a straight line as strikers, we want to move on angles. Here you can see when we move in a straight line, the defense moves with the straight line and there's no way to get the ball behind them. Instead, what we want to do is we want to move the strikers on an angle. Hopefully the defense will follow and we will find a nice hole where we can pass it through and have a great opportunity on net. Again, the more movement by the strikers, the better we are going to have of an opportunity to disrupt the defense and get them off their line. Here you can see they don't have a line, they're all over the place. We are less predictable. We could also use the strikers as a way to distract the defense so that the mids can come up the channel and put the ball on net. What we want to do here is we want to avoid straight lines. As you can see, when we do straight lines, both the strikers are double covered, there's no way to get behind them, and we're going to have to find another way around. So what you can see here in the same formation are what's called passing pockets. On the left side of the field, the left mid comes up, and as the center mid comes towards him, the right back comes towards the ball, leaving the left mid wide open for the pass. You can see both strikers are one-on-one coverage with a big gap in between them. If we pass there, we have two strikers that are going to be able to get to the ball, put the ball on net. Now for that far pocket on the right side, we can either come up towards the left back and see if we can get some separation, or we can pass to the right mid, who will have a nice straight line pass to the striker. Striker will be able to then be able to cross the ball or maybe even be able to come into the box. So if we take that same look and we split the field up into our thirds, you can see we're staying within our channel here, and the center mid has plenty of places to go. If we can't go forward, remember we can always go back and work our way around. But the best way to get forward is to find the gaps in the defense. So, the striker has one more responsibility. If a player, specifically a left mid or right mid, gets out of position, the striker will have the momentum to be able to come back. So on top of your two responsibilities of one being in the channel and one being forward, you have to play a little bit of D. And as you can see at the end of the video, the rest of the defense contracted down to the ball as we would from the previous video. So for our closing points, we need to remember, make angled runs. Angled runs are going to make us less predictable and harder for the defense to keep up. Stay offset. Don't line up in a straight line when you're upfield. One striker needs to be in the center channel while the other striker is outside the channel. Remember, be unpredictable. Make it hard for them to determine what's next.